Velkommen og god dag alle sammen. Today we're going to look at a couple spells from Scandinavian history. I released a video just last month, and a couple of them actually, and they were about love spells that were used in the Norse world, and they seem to be pretty popular actually. Those are some of the ones that have the most views, so I just decided to make this one, and this is a counter to a love spell. If you believe in all that and want to practice it, then you should know these as well, to counter or protect yourself from any love curses that someone might be trying to place on you. So here's a couple here. And these were all found pretty late on in Scandinavia. Actually, they were found in the 1800s, maybe the early 1700s, and that's pretty much where we find them. But you know what I like to do? I like to trace these back and see if they could have possibly been used in pagan times before the Christianization. So here's the first one. First one was recorded in Denmark in the 1800s, and if a girl could find a 4-leaf clover, she could put it in her tits, and that would apparently protect her from any love spells, any magic enchantments from any men trying to gain her love. So you find a 4-leaf clover, put it in your tits, and that was supposed to protect you. You know what I like to do? I like to look at these and see if any of these could be pagan. So this one definitely. Since it's a 4-leaf clover, that has, of course, we all know that has long use. This goes back to ancient Celtic times when the Druids would actually believe that 4-leaf clovers would ward off bad spirits and curses and mischief even. And here we see it being used in Denmark to protect against a bad curse. So definitely. It could be pagan, and anything that uses the nature like this, that uses native plants to the region, I think it's a pretty good chance that could be pagan. So that's the first one there. Another one we find in Sweden being practiced in the 1800s, and this, if a woman was putting something in your drink, this one is a protection charm for men. So if a woman is putting something in your drink and you suspect she might put some, funky stuff in it to make you fall in love with her, what you could do is spill a little bit of the drink over your left hand and then stomp on it with your left foot. Stomp on what you spilled with your left foot, and that was supposed to protect you from any hocus pocus that a woman put in your drink to make you fall in love with her. So usually what this would have been, guys, if you've watched my other video, the period blood magic, and as you see in a lot of other different places, that women for a long time, we see this first recorded in Germany actually in the 800s, I believe, which I made a video on that. So when women could put their period blood in a drink or food that the man they wanted to love them would eat, and then that would work. Apparently they would fall in love with them if they ingested the period blood in their drink or food. So this is a great one for guys if you think there's a girl coming and you think she's up to no good and putting something in your drink to make you magically fall in love with her. So like I said, this spell can be traced back to way early in time. The act of putting something in a drink to make someone fall in love with you, we see this practiced 1,000 years before this counter charm was recorded in Sweden there. So this counter could be very old. So like I said, you spill a little bit of the drink if you think it's bewitched. You spill a little bit over your left hand, and then stomp on it with your left foot, and that will give you protection. One more I'll give here. If a girl wanted to protect herself against bewitchment from a man, if a man was trying to place a charm or something to make the woman fall in love with her, she could stitch a couple of plants on the inside of her dresses, and I'm gonna put out the written whole Latin title of the plants here, but I'll read out in Swedish because that's where it was recorded in Sweden in the 1800s. Tibast and pionkernor. So that's peony seeds and Daphne mazerum. Like I said, I don't. I'll put those in writing up here on the video so you can see all that. So you take these two plants, the seeds and the plant of the other one there, and you stitch it inside your dress, and this would protect you from all kinds of charms, from men trying to sneak their way into your pants and make you fall in love with them. So that's a good protection one there. Again, I think when you look at the plants that were native to the region, that can give you a good chance. That can give you a good idea if this was practiced in pagan times or not. There's no way to be sure, obviously, but at least if plants like this, which are pretty native, they can be found all over Europe and Asia, but they're more common in the colder areas like Scandinavia or northern Russia, things like that. So these plants specifically are found a little bit more often there. So it's a little chance that these were used in pagan times 1,000 years before they were actually recorded, but no way to know for sure. So that's 3. You can try them out if you want. If you're worried about someone placing a spell on you or a charm on you to make you fall in love with them, you can try any of these 3 things to protect yourself from that. So that's about it for today. See you next time.